I really love these BV auto lights on the front of Scarlett. Some people don't really like them. I love them. However, one of them, as you can see here, is not working. Welcome back to Cardboard and another episode of What the Name of Insert Profanity is Wrong with Scarlett. Now, obviously I took Scarlett out to drive a few weeks ago and randomly out of the blue, the passenger side dipped beam decided it didn't want to work anymore. Now, I have a theory, and that theory is this lens is less than a year old. Surely that can't be what's wrong. So I've already had this apart and had a look in, and from what I can see it looks to me as if the loom is faulty. So we need to dismantle just now and have a look. Before we do that though, safety first. We need to turn off the lights but leave them popped up and disconnect the battery. Right, so with that done, it gives us a small amount of safety that these will not go down now. Get these removed. Now I would love to show you the faulty part of the loom, but I can't because obviously I've had to disconnect the battery. But basically, when I took this all apart the last time, I had a look in the back, and as soon as you started wiggling the connector underneath here, that was it. It started going off and on altogether. So a £3 part off of Amazon first, before we consult the idea of having to spend another £80 getting a new headlamp. We shall see. Also, you will notice a dent in the back of here. That, unfortunately, is my fault. When I was working on this a few weeks ago, I thought I had secured this down properly. Turns out I hadn't. When it went to, well, I had, but unfortunately the bolt was corroded, and when I went to retract the lights, this fell out, buckling it up and causing a dent in that. So yeah, another job to add to the list. If I can get this damn thing out of here first. Go. And now it's just for to remove the cover, and I believe it's an 8mm. One, two, three, four. And with that out the way, you can see now this is basically what controls it. If I can get this out of here, that's fine. So this is the loom, and it looks to me as if it's a bad contact, because in there, don't know if the camera will show you that well, I'll take a picture, but in there that's all quite heavily corroded. Now, it could not be the fault, however it won't hurt to actually replace that, because there is threads all over the shop in there that are not right. So for £3 off of Amazon, I have a nice shiny brand new one, and we're going to fit it now. The only problem we have is that unfortunately I no longer have my cable stripper, because it has disappeared, and I don't know how that's happened. It was in the house, there was some cleaning done, and it disappeared. But nobody knows where it is. Jesus. So it's the old-fashioned way with a pair of normal strippers. So I'm going to cut this as close in there as I can. That's to the left. I've already taken a photo of this just in case I get lost. And that goes there, up top. That's to the left, that's straight up, and that's to the, well, no, hang on, yeah, to the left, up straight, out to the right. Perfect. Oh, I really don't like not having my proper crimpers. Definitely the up. So if that's the up, that is black to black, black to black on that side. That's the up. So yeah, we'll use that. Yeah. So that's up to up. I know, some people will be saying, oh, you should be soldering that connection. I know. Time is of the essence and all that. Is that definitely connected? And I'm going to squish it in the middle. So that way it should all be tight. If this works, I will be over the moon. But I'm going to be honest, I don't really think it's going to work. God, I wish I had my normal snips. God. This, by the way, is not at all how I would recommend doing this. I should really be soldering it, but I don't have the time, the energy, or the will, or the care, frankly. Back this off from here. Pull as much of that out as I can. There's a there. That's now in. And ooh, that's got a snip in it. Didn't know it was there. Right, we shall see if that works. I mean, I'm not holding out much hope, but you know, that's a bit more of a snug fit. Let's try it out. Right, that's the power back on. Side lights. Got one, got the other. Okay. Oh, cock. Yeah. Well, at least now that connector's not going to cause any problems. I'll be back in a few days. £80 later, and about a week. If this works, and it's definitely this that's faulty, I'm going to be furious. However, let's get this sorted. It's perfect weather for it, obviously. Working on electrics in the rain, it's exactly how you would want it to be. Now, something I need to mention, obviously, when I dented the top of the pop-up, I replaced the screws that were going through there because obviously they fell out because they were corroded. So what I've had to do, unfortunately, because I really didn't want to do it, was fit in a nut and bolt arrangement. I didn't want to do that, but I've kind of had no choice. So we'll get that removed first, get the lamp out, put a new one in. Hopefully this will be all good. This is the one that's a pain in the arse to get at. This one doesn't actually have to come out, it's these two do. I'll speed this bit up. There we are. One thing I do want to think that possibly might have an issue with it, when I put Scarlett in for MOT last year, there was a headlamp adjustment done, and well, that's not meant to be like that. So I wonder if when the MOT tester's done his thing, it's pulled on it, and I don't know, it could be anything that's wrong, to be honest. However, let's put in the new one. This lovely thing, right? I got these from BV Autos last year, and they come with the wee harness attachment kit. I can't remember how much it costs now, but the video will be in a card up the top, but they're identical by the looks of it, and this is off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. Right, just the reverse now, put that in there. Should line up. Should line up. There you go. Oh, eat. In. Tight fit to get that in there. I don't think it actually goes in and it just sits. Yeah, fuck it. It's too cold, too wet. Speed this up again. The return of the bolts, which is going to be the pain in the arse, because trying to feed these back into place took me an age. Oh, I'm in. That one was easy. I can hold that there then out. Retaining ring done. Let's clip it all back together and see if it works. Before I put the final assembly on, I think it'd be a good idea to test it now that it's all in place and nice and snug. Here we go. Everything's reconnected. Side lights. That's a good start. And dipped beam. Please, please, please. Yes! Ha ha ha! Pattern looks pretty similar. That's good. Oh, excellent. Excellent news. The bad news, however, is that that's a failure on the BV Auto kit. I mean, I know that it's lights and LEDs and whatnot that might fail, but they've hardly been used. I don't get that. Like, they don't get a lot of use, so I don't understand how that can fail, in all honesty. That's, yeah, it's a bit of a worry, to be honest, but luckily it looks identical to the other ones, so I don't need to change them both, which means I've now got a spare. Happy days for when this happens again. Just need to double check that the indicators are working. Yes! Right, on that note, we'll call that a day, and as always, if you have watched this from start to finish, thanks for watching. I'm going to get this put back together, and I'll see you on the next one. 80 quid.